Hello, and thank you for joining us. In today's presentation, we're going to be demonstrating the idea of creating a contract, having it go through a workflow process for approval, and then having digital signatures applied both internally as well as externally. Now you may be asking yourself, why should I watch this video? Here are a couple of questions to help you get to that answer. Number one, do you create documents or contracts from templates? Is there a specific workflow process used to approve these documents? Do these documents need to be signed either internally by employees or externally by vendors, partners, and so forth? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then it probably makes sense to watch this video. So let's get started. Here we are in Alfresco Share, and we've logged in as Andrew Smith. So the first thing we see is Andrew's dashboard, because when the user logs in, the first thing they see is their dashboard. And we want to kick off a workflow process, so we'll go down to the My Activity Tasks, and we'll click on Start Workflow. Here on the left are the processes available to us, and as we said, we want to generate a contract, so we'll click Contract Generation. Now the form we're presented with will allow us to capture the information needed to select the template we want to use for creating our contract, to gather the data that will be used to select the workflow, as well as populate the data inside the contract. It'll also allow us to grab the information we need to send this document out for external digital signature. Now, let's grab our template, which in this case would be non-disclosure agreement. Now remember, based on the type of document you want to do will drive what fields are needed. So if you'll notice when I click non-disclosure agreement, additional fields appear at the bottom. So let's fill this form out and get this process going. Now I've got my contract generation information all set to go. If I go to Contract Data tab, this is additional information that I can also set up, optional information. Choose a department. I can put a contract value in there if I want. I could choose if it auto renews. Now again, this is example data based on your needs, would depend on what's here, but this can help with follow-on later. Now once I've entered this information, back to contract generation, from contract creation, I can go off and just hit Create Contract. When I click Created Contract, of course, it selected and executed the workflow as well as built the document. Now for this particular example, I'm routing a lot of these tasks to Andrew just to make life a little simpler. So here we are at Andrew's dashboard. Now he either would have received an email notification letting him know that a contract was created, or if he's at his dashboard, he'll see the task right here. So I'll click on the task. And here is my contract review task. Some information that was entered. Again, up here you see the contract ID. This was that unique identifier automatically created for this particular contract request. Now the key thing is, let's take a look at this contract. So I'll click Open. And here, of course, is my contract. Now remember, it grabbed the non-disclosure template, and then what it did is it took the data that we entered in the form and filled it inside the document. So here's the name, the address, the short name, if you will. You'll notice at the bottom the unique identifier that was created for this particular contract. As I travel down, you'll see the signature block. Remember, it's going out to Adam Storch for external signature. Internally, Jason Jolly from MicroStrategies will be signing it, but externally, it's going to go to Adam Storch. Now, all that data we entered, remember all that form data? That is sitting here off to the right. So all that information is completely searchable. So the contract type, the contract ID, vendor, all that information you entered, it is captured and stored as metadata to be searched later. Remember the follow-up data as well? So all this information you entered is there for use. So assuming I'm happy with the contract, let's go off and send it on its next step. So if I go back to the task, I'm presented with two options. I can send it for legal review, or I can send it directly to the manager. For purpose of this demo, let's go straight to the manager. Now we've rounded it off for manager review, and in this case the manager is Jason Jolly. So when we log in as Jason, we're presented with Jason's dashboard. You look at the My Activity Tasks dashboard, you'll see Jason's task. And again, he may look at his dashboard to click on this task, or he may get an email notification that gets him to the same place. Really depends on how you guys want to work. So let's click on the task, and here we are with the internal signatures. Remember, Jason is an employee, and he's going to sign this particular document. So let's open it up so Jason can take a look at it. So here is that document. Jason can peruse it at his leisure. If he's good with it, he can go off and sign it. So let's click Sign Document. Now, as you can see, welcome back, Jason, because Jason signs a lot of documents. So from here, Jason will go off and accept the legal consent, and he'll hit Next. And he'll enter his password just to validate he's really him. And click Next. So I'm ready to review and sign. Actually, we're ready to really just sign. Let's hit Go. The moment I click Go, it takes me straight to where I need to go to sign this particular document. For those of you who probably have already recognized it, it's the Signix product. Great product. Integration, really easy. Very powerful product. From here, I go off and click to sign. And that's it. I'm all signed and ready to go. So from here, I'll just close out of this. And the document is signed. So from here, I'll go back to my task. I'll enter some comments. And just click Approve. So now that Jason has signed it, it's back to Andrew to take care of that external signature. So here's that task for Andrew right here in the left-hand corner, contract generation. Let's go off and click that. And this takes us to the external signature task. Here we've got the information of where it's going, Adam storage, contact email information, and of course, phone number. So let's take a look at this document so we can get it signed. Here's a document that has been signed currently by Jason. If we want to take a look at that digital signature, we can go off and hit download. And of course, here is the document. And of course, the signature by Jason. Now, if we want, we've also got automatically attached the audit trail. So this particular document is the audit trail for the signature of Jason. In other words, all the cryptography information regarding that digital signature. When that document comes into the system, the signed document, it automatically brings with it the audit trail and links that audit trail to the signed document. So now we're all set. Let's get this thing out for that external signature. Click on Request External Signature. It'll kick off the process and automatically send that out for signature. When the document is sent for external signature, an email is automatically sent to that user. And here it is. So this is an email to Adam Storage letting him know that a document is ready for his signature. So we'll click on the link. From here, Adam can select Legal Consent and then enter his secret code. Now remember, the secret code was sent to him because earlier, if you recall, we entered a phone number. That phone number was used to send a text to provide that secret code. Here we enter that secret code from the text. So I enter my secret code that came in, giving us that two-factor authentication. And of course, if I'm new, in other words, the first time I've ever done this, it'll ask me to set up a password. If I've done it before, it'll ask me to enter the password. And here we are, we're ready to sign, so we'll click Go. And as you see, it takes us straight to the place that Adam needs to sign. Again, can't say enough about this Signix product. Very easy to integrate with, very tight when it comes to security, really easy to work with. So I'm going to click to sign here. It'll ask me my password one more time. And I hit sign. And my document has been successfully signed. We're all good to go. So of course I'll receive a notification once that external signature is done, but right now let's just hit refresh so I could show you that the additional audit trail came in for the second signature. Here that is right now. And we'll take a look at the signed document. And here, of course, is our fully executed document ready for final review. And again, you've got the audit trail regarding the two signatures, so in court, you can prove exactly what has happened with this digital signature. So we're back at our task. We've signed our document. All signatures are complete. I hit Signatures Complete. And of course, this is the final review task. And I want to show you the diagram. So this is the workflow we did. The blue indicates where it's been. Remember, we skipped the legal review, and it took us all the way to here. Green is where we are right now. So this is the workflow process that we executed, all the way from initial inception through the final signature. We hope you enjoyed the video. We appreciate your time, and please feel free to reach out to us to see how we can help you like we help our clients. One, do you create documents or contracts from a template? Is there a specific workflow process used to approve these documents? Do these documents need to be signed